Today, I want to share a positive Reddit story. It's from the subreddit TrueOffMyChest. It's titled, My Coworker Broke Up with Her Boyfriend and It Is Because of My Husband and I. Now, the title does sound negative, but I promise you, it's going to be a positive story. As the title says, my coworker broke up with her boyfriend of many years because of my husband and I. Despite how it sounds, this is a positive story and something I did not even realize was happening. For some context, my husband and I work at the same company, though we are in slightly different departments. We have the same shift and normally get to take lunch together and interact frequently throughout the day. We always maintain work-appropriate behavior with each other while on the clock, though if it is slow, we'll occasionally have more friendly interactions. My coworker, I'll call her Mel, started working with us almost a year ago. She is very sweet, but seemed very shy and sensitive. We, department as a whole, originally worried she wouldn't work out because it was incredibly difficult to give her corrections. Even saying something like, oh, you wouldn't know this, but this client will always request this incorrectly, and what they really need is this process. And she would have to excuse herself to the bathroom because she starts to cry. I now know this should have been a red flag, but the only relationship abuse I've seen personally have been physical. And while that could have been happening too, I never met her boyfriend and never saw any bruises. About 2 months ago, she told us she had moved, and though I didn't pry, I could hear her in conversation that she was not including her boyfriend in the process. I stayed quiet though. I had my suspicions and watched her come out of her shell. She was smiling more, she became less sensitive, and seemed overall so much happier. I didn't ask or question it, but simply enjoyed working with her in a better overall mood. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had a lull at work and she started opening up to me. Mel confirmed she had left her boyfriend and that it had been a long time coming. But it was because of my husband and I that she finally decided her relationship wasn't healthy and she deserved better. Mel told me that she watched how we behaved with each other and initially just thought we were a unique couple with a strange personality. But we never yelled even when we disagreed and worked together to find solutions. And it wasn't just exclusively us. Our other coworkers had similar reactions to us when mistakes came up or disagreements happened. No one screamed or called each other stupid. We searched for solutions and expressed concerns, and no one cried. She told me she had also been afraid to see us drink alcohol because she was afraid we'll turn into lunatics. Department outings for a birthday, we all had one drink. Obviously, no one turned belligerent, and that she seemed very unsettled. Again, no one asked because it's none of our business, but just assumed she had a bad history with alcohol, which was true. She told me that on multiple occasions she had to search for her partner at 3 a.m. because he was sloshed somewhere and would berate her on the phone and also on the car ride back to their home. And for so long she worked from home. She didn't know what normal human reactions were supposed to look like. She was very grateful to be able to watch my husband and I interact. How we never talk poorly of each other and only share our healthy expression of love. It helped her recognize she deserved better. I was very flattered and humbled to hear that my indirect action helped her search for something better for herself. I wasn't even aware that my husband and I even had that level of effect on my coworkers. TLDR, my healthy relationship helped my coworker break up with her toxic ex. Yes. Now, there are a lot of, funny or bad or psychotic Reddit stories, and it's nice and refreshing to find one, or occasionally, a positive story. And I really like the story because it really showed that your action can mean something to someone else. And in this case, OP's action between her and her husband showed her coworker, Mel, what it's like to have a real, true, loving relationship. It will corrupt from a bad situation. And I give props to her. And I give props to Mel for staying strong enough to leave a toxic situation and move on. That's a very hard thing to do. It's easier said than done, that's for sure. And I'm glad that OP is able to give Mel enough space to have her come to her to do it instead of prying into her business. That's good on OP. Anyways, let's see what some of the commenters have to say. First commenter says, that's absolutely wonderful. But I'll say she broke up with her crappy boyfriend because of her. She previously didn't know any better, thought her abusive relationship was normal. When she found new information that it wasn't, she took the drive to act on it. She deserved insane credit for this, and I hope you tell her so. An awful lot of people in her situation wouldn't demand better, wouldn't make the change. So she deserves a lot of credit for her actions. I completely agree with this. OP responds, absolutely. I didn't include our specific words in the post, but I did tell her I was proud she put herself first and took care of her own health. Very good. Another commenter says, so happy to hear. This is a big part of why abusers will isolate and gaslight their victims. They don't want them to see what a normal, happy, and loving couple look like or get advice, even if it's by example. Keep shining the light. Props to you, OP, for sure. Let's see. Another commenter says, I'm happy to hear your example showed her what a happy, healthy relationship is. I'm experiencing something similar to her, and I'm in the beginning stages of a relationship that was happy and healthy communication all around, even when it's a painful and troublesome subject. We have talked through it them one by one. She has built my trust in her so much that I'm surprised even. Yeah, good for you. Another commenter says, I love this. It just shows how important it is to always be an example to others how it should be. In her position, that there are healthy ways to have a relationship with someone without tears, yelling, and cursing. I sometimes find myself give up hope because I grew up around environments where screaming and cursing is normalized, and I want to be a different example for my child and show that it doesn't have to be like that. I'm happy for you and grateful that there are people who admire and inspire you and your husband's relationship and want to have that same mindset. I completely agree. What do you guys think of this story? Do you guys have any advice for Mel or for OP? Do you want to give props to OP? Because I definitely give her major props for showing what a healthy and happy relationship should be. And I hope she keeps on doing that. Anyways, I would love to hear about what you guys think about this in the comments section. And remember, if you like these types of stories, to continue to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.